Today is December 15th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topic is KMT to freeze the budget of indigenous submarines. First, I want to talk about the KMT legislators freezing the budget of indigenous submarines. This action aroused criticism, and some people even suspect that whether the KMT's freezing the budget echoes China to suppress Taiwan's military defense. I want to ask one question. Which country in the world that doesn't want Taiwan to develop its own indigenous submarines? The answer is quite obvious. That is China. But no one can suppress Taiwan's determination to protect itself. Take this, for example. President Tsai attended the launching ceremony of the so-called aircraft carrier killer Tajiang corvette today. The corvette has a maximum speed of 30 knots and a maximum operational range of 1,800 nautical miles. It also includes Xiongfeng 2nd and 3rd anti-ship missiles. Here are some points. A. President Tsai held the launching ceremony of the Tajiang guided missile corvettes in Yilan today. The name Tajiang is related to Taiwan indigenous people. It is originally from Tawa River in Taitung County. It represents the spirit of the indigenous Paiwan people. Well, these are the Paiwan people, and we'll talk about that, the Paiwan people, and they're very good hunters, and their spirits can protect Taiwan. Well, we can see from the ceremony, and there are many senior officials in the ceremony. We can see over here that this is President Tsai and National Security Council Secretary General Gu Lixiong, Defense Minister Yan Defa, and President of the Legislative Yuan You Xikun. Well, I think it is a message that President Tsai sent to the U.S. President-elect Joe Biden and China that Taiwan is determined to develop its own naval ships and other military kind of hardware to protect itself. We know that Taiwan is not intimidated by the suppression from China. B. It seems like the KMT boycotts the indigenous submarines by continuously freezing the budget. In fact, the KMT legislator Ma Wenjun, we know that, well, she was revealed that she not only froze the $5 billion NT budget this year, but also she froze the total budget of $5.7 billion NT last year. And the reason for her doing so is kind of ridiculous. And she said the indigenous submarines are planned to start in 2020. And why do we need a budget in 2019? Well, I really can't understand the logic. You know, budget in advance is actually a common sense. C. The former President Ma Ying-jeou also tried to block the development of Taiwan submarines. Back in 2001, we know that the United States was about to sell 14 submarines to Taiwan. Ma Ying-jeou, who was the KMT chairman then, obstructed the sale for 69 times and in the end cut all the budget. So Taiwan failed to buy submarines from the United States. D. In fact, the KMT is also against the import of U.S. pork with retobamine. KMT requires all the U.S. pork to be labeled with retobamine or not. Well, however, when former President Ma Ying-jeou allowed the import of U.S. beef with retobamine in 2012, he didn't label retobamine at all. And why does KMT require the label with retobamine on U.S. pork but not on U.S. beef? Former President Ma didn't answer the question. A reasonable doubt is that the KMT obstructs the import of U.S. pork with retobamine in order to block Taiwan from joining the International Economic Organization and to freeze the budget of indigenous submarines because they don't want to irritate China. So, is KMT the Taiwan's KMT or the CCP's KMT? Here are the top stories. Today we have two confirmed cases. They are all imported cases. One is from the Philippines and the other is from Indonesia. Well, first, I want to talk about the result of the U.S. presidential election. Electoral College confirms that Joe Biden's victory in the election. We know that Biden urged to turn the page in a speech. He said, Well, the rule of law, our constitution, and the will of the people prevailed. He also said, in this battle for the soul of America, democracy prevailed. We the people voted, faith in our institutions held. The integrity of our elections remained intact. And so, now it is time to turn the page, to unite, to heal. As to President Trump, he didn't say anything about the result, but he said about Attorney General Bill Barr is resigning. Trump tweeted that, he said that he will resign from his post before Christmas, moments after the Electoral College affirmed President-elect Joe Biden's election victory. Also, the Taiwan Navy launched the MIT Tajiang corvette this morning. President Tsai gave a speech at the ceremony, and she said Taiwan is determined to build up its defense industry and self-defense ability. In the past 4 years, our dedication and hard work are effective. Especially this year, our indigenous national defense program has been a great achievement. On the same day, Chinese fighter entered Taiwan's ADIZ this morning. Chinese People's Liberation Army entered 13th time in only 15 days, and their fighters entered Taiwan's Southwest Air Defense Identification Zone, and in the 13th such incursion this month, according to Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense. Well, the U.S. announces arms sales of the Field Information Communication System to Taiwan. They propose a sale and actually say that the proposed sale will help improve the security of the recipient and assist in maintaining political stability, military balance, economic, and progress in the region. On the other hand, the New York Times published an article with the title, Pound to Pound, Pound for Pound, Taiwan is the most important place in the world. It said Taiwan's excellence in the computer chip market puts it all the center of the battle of global technological supremacy. We're talking about Taiwan's international status. Well, we got good news. Taiwan opened its second representative office in France on Monday in Aix-en province to serve the Taiwanese nationals in the region and foster mutual cooperations. Also, Taiwan-U.S. partner on the Bound project to empower women in Southeast Asia. A collaboration that AIT Director Brent Christensen yesterday touted as a testament to the United States and Taiwan's commitment to the shared value of promoting women's development and prosperities. Well, that would be the view for today. How is your night today? I hope it's fine. This is Catherine from Taipei, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.